Guatemala City is kind of in the middle of the country, right? And just in the very center. And then Quetzaltenango, it's to the west. It's really not that far, but you have to go through the mountains. So it's a windy road, and you have to climb and then come. Well, you don't really drop that far down into Quetzaltenango, but the trip takes about 4 hours. So we left about 7 in the morning from the MTC. Got to Quetzaltenango to the mission home at 11:15 or so. This was one of the past mission president. The mission president's there now. He does different stuff. I actually got to serve under 2 mission presidents, but we had a meeting, and the trainers came in, and they signed trainers and everything. And my trainer, I remember meeting him, and he was a Latino, and I had no Spanish anything before the mission, and my Spanish honestly was kind of tough. Spanish was tough for me to learn in the MTC, and so I was kind of disappointed. Like, I wanted to, have another gringo so I could learn Spanish from him, right? So, I mean, in a way, I was kind of disappointed. But, once I got working with him, we were very different people, had different ideas about what we should be doing. So we kind of struggled to get along during our time together. But I learned a lot from him during my training. I remember that first day we got together, we got on a bus. My first area is called San Carlos Sija, which is part of the same state where the mission president's at, but it's up in the mountains. It's just a little branch, part of the giant city stake, and they just kind of took in this branch, kind of up in the mountains. And we had to, drive up this giant cliff in this decommissioned school bus full of little brown people and little ladies in their the traditional outfits. And I just was looking around like, what is going on? Where am I? That was kind of my feeling for the first couple of weeks. But we're going up this giant cliff, and we're going through these mountains. I'm just seeing people, and everything's super different. And it was during the rainy season, so everything was super green. And we get there, and we get off the bus, which is jumping out of the back, and they're throwing your suitcases off the top of the bus. They're throwing them down to you, and you have to catch them, and then you have to run down these cobblestone streets before other cars come and hit you. And we had to climb this giant hill to get to our house, and it was crazy. It was just kind of a shock. It's baptism by fire in a sense. They just throw you into it, and those first couple weeks were a tough adjustment. Just the difference of everything. The first day after we get back to the house, we decided, my trainer already had a plan of what we were going to do. So he takes me to visit this less active, and we decided, I learned later this is like the toughest trail in the area. First thing we do is go up this toughest trail. I don't know if he planned that intentionally or not, but we climbed this hill, super steep, lots of trees, and we get to the top, and I'm looking down on the whole city, and everything's green. I'm like, first I thought this place was beautiful, right? But this place is incredible. Then I see the member's house, and it's made out of mud. It's adobe is what they call it. It's mud bricks, and they cover it with kind of like a white paint made out of cal, which I don't really know what it is. And it's got like clay roof. And we went in there, mud floors, dirt floors, and I just remember looking like, wow, this is crazy. Just shocked. I didn't really understand anything that was going on. I didn't understand Spanish and very well, but I just remember thinking like, wow, this is incredible. I don't know what I'm in for 2 years, but it's going to be fun. And so little by little I kind of adjusted, and then seeing people riding on the top of buses was normal after a couple months, but at first it was just a complete shock.